So, Feb March 2019, paper 4, variant 2. Calculate the volume of the chlorine gas at room temperature and pressure that react completely with 400 grams of titanium oxide using the following steps. So, you have to use the following steps to work out the volume of the chlorine which is used here in this reaction. In the first part, calculate the relative mass or relative formula mass of titanium oxide. So to calculate the relative formula mass of titanium oxide, we have to use a periodic table. So we'll use a periodic table to work out the mass of this titanium oxide. Here's the periodic table. The titanium is a transition element. What is the mass of titanium? It is 48. And what about the mass of oxygen? It is 16. So to get the relative molecular mass of titanium oxide, which is TiO2. So titanium is there, that is 48 plus oxygen is there, 16 multiplied by 2. Why 2? Because there are two oxygen atoms. So 16 multiplied by 2, that is 32, and 32 plus 48, the sum will be equal to 8. So the relative formula mass of titanium oxide is 80. Calculate the number of moles in 400 grams of titanium oxide. So we have the mass in gram. How to get the moles? Which formula we'll use to get the moles? If we have the mass in gram.
Mass in gram over mr.
So moles equal mass in gram over mr. The mass in gram is equal to 400 and the relative molecular mass of titanium, that is titanium oxide, that is 80. So it is 400 divided by 80, which is equals to 5. So 5 moles of titanium oxide. So we solve this by formula. Then we have to calculate the moles of chlorine which reacted with titanium oxide. So as you can see in the question, we don't have any information about chlorine, either volume or mass is not given for chlorine. So we'll use a ratio. We'll take a ratio between titanium oxide and chlorine. According to equation, the simplest ratio, if we have 1 mole of titanium oxide, there will be 2 moles of chlorine. So ratio between them is 1:2. If we have in the question, we have 5 moles of titanium oxide, then there will be X moles of chlorine. So we cross multiply, 1 will multiplied with X and 5 will multiplied with 2. 5 multiplied by 2, that will give us 10. So there will be 10 moles of chlorine in this. The last part, we have to calculate the volume. So how to work out the volume from the moles, because we got the moles of chlorine. So the formula moles equal volume of the gas in decimeter cube divided by 24. So moles equal volume of a gas divided by 24. The moles are 10. The volume of the gas we don't know, and divided by 24. So if 24 is divided, other side it will be multiplied. So 10 multiplied by 24, that is equals to 240 decimeter cube or dm cube of chlorine. So first, we got the relative molecular mass by using a periodic table. Then we use a formula from mass in gram divided by molar mass to get the moles of titanium oxide. From moles of titanium oxide, we got the moles of chlorine. And from moles of chlorine, we got the volume of chlorine.